He told me how she died. He said she was sitting on his lap and he tossed her off and she hit her head.
Well, what's up? It's iCkEdMeL. Good morning. Now, before we start this video, I just want to say happy Father's Day to all the men out there that are in their children's lives, doing the best they can to provide, to spend time with them, to show them love. I was at a Father's Day event the other day, and it was really nice to talk to some of the other dads. Now, the other thing, too, I want to say is the reason I started YouTube, one of the main reasons was when my daughter was born. When my daughter was born, I just started chasing after my dreams. I started caring less about what people think about me. I started caring less how dumb I look. You should check out my old videos, and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. I love you, Maddie, and let's get on with the video. Now, one of the things that's interesting about this video is they talked about what happened to Maleah. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, so many people have been upset that I questioned Quanell. Oh, you can't question him. So many people have said, who cares, right, regarding how Quanell did it. And one of the things that I've been saying is that it actually does matter. Okay, it does matter. The people that's saying who cares, I'm so surprised about that. I wonder if you're still going to keep saying who cares.
Quanell X given the credit for leading Houston police to the remains of Maleah Davis this month in Arkansas. But a fellow inmate, David Chalfant, also in protective custody at the jail, claims he alerted HPD detectives to the body's location 5 days before she was found.
I feel like people have been telling Maleah who cares her entire life, and then now she's passed, and you have these people still saying who cares with the Quanell situation. It does matter if you want to get justice. Now, the mistress, I got a lot of criticism for that too. People were saying, who cares about that? Why are you bringing her in? She's nothing. Well, she's told me a lot of the information that's come out. She's been accurate. Now, if you remember the other day, I told you what I was told was that he was getting fed food. And that's how this guy in jail, in prison, got the information from Darian. And people were looking at me or saying, some people were like, it's crazy, it's so crazy, it's so crazy. Well, check it out on the news clip. All the things that are coming out in the news now, we've been talking about this for like 2 weeks. And now the news is starting to jump on to what we've been saying.
He says he shared food with Vince. Over the days began a dialogue about Maleah. From jail today, Chalfant said he told Vince, you have to tell people where she is. He said Arkansas. The next time we talked, he gave me a location and he wrote it on a note that he passed to me. It said Arkansas, highway, black trash bag, and a roadside with hope and an arrow pointing down to it.
So you guys could check out the previous videos, the people that haven't been here. The people that have been here, and a lot of people that have been here have been super supportive. A lot of you are smart and have been asking questions like I have. When you have it in society, when you're not allowed to ask questions, and you have some of these people shut you down, like the mistress was trying to give information, people shut her down, threaten her. That's how society acts. It's a little bit sad when some people tell you you cannot ask questions. I'm not gonna stop. That's not what we're here to do. The people that are settled, right, and you're on the surface, oh, Quanell did this and that's it, case shut. That's so sad that you can be satisfied and also be putting hashtag justice for Maleah with that simple answer, and people buy into it and feed it. People buy into the Quanell story that his daughter had a dream. People eat that up. You know what I'm saying? These people that are saying justice for Maleah are so satisfied with the simple answer, and they call what I'm doing here distractions. I kept mentioning, and a lot of you have too, the lawnmower thing where she got ran over, and people were saying, who cares? She's found. Who cares that her body parts were spread all over the place? That is so disgusting what happened to her. And you literally have people saying, well, she was found. Who cares? The point I was trying to make, I was thinking 20 steps ahead, okay, is that they already knew her location beforehand. People are praising this guy Quanell. They're going to give him an award. They knew that location beforehand. And her body got desecrated, which got rid of potential and really important evidence as to the cause of death, which people keep saying, who cares? Bro, it matters in court. If you're putting the hashtag justice for Maleah, if you really want justice for Maleah, then the cause of death would be important to you. I understand that it's great that we found her and she's laid to rest, and maybe the parents and family can get closure, but closure doesn't just stop there. Do you ever get truly closure when you lose a family member? I've told you guys this before. This is just the beginning. For the people that are settled with a simple answer, good for you. That's not what we're here to do. Simple answers, simple questions.
Chalfant says he gave the information to HPD Homicide, met twice with investigators, and waited. When the remains of 4-year-old Maleah were found, they had already been run over by a large mower, which compromised evidence. That took Chalfant by surprise today. With his voice choking, he said, "You mean they may not have a cause of death? Does that mean he won't be charged with murder?"
Now, with the murder charge thing, there's a huge misconception amongst the public. You can charge somebody with murder on circumstantial evidence. I have found a bunch of cases like that. It's harder, but you can. But for the people that are doing hashtag justice for Maleah and don't care, I'm sorry, but this does matter. It does matter. You should familiarize yourself a little bit if you're going to keep claiming justice for Maleah. The other thing, one of the common misconceptions too, which is fine, people find me to be unbiased, and I actually am very biased. I can't lie. You know who I'm most biased towards? I'll tell you honestly and truthfully. Children, kids. That's my strongest bias. You can have the parents come cry, shed tears, do all these things, do all these acts, whether it's real or it's fake. You can't replace that child that's been tortured her entire life. Cry all the tears you want now. Those tears weren't there before. So, feel how you feel about me when I criticize the parents. That's fine. That child is dead. Tears and interviews don't bring her back. We need to figure out how to prevent this. The other thing I mentioned too in the previous video that I just did was the whole flu situation, where a lot of people were buying into that. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. She had a flu and she just passed away in her sleep. I'm sorry. A lot of news media outlets, they push this whole thing where you got to get the flu shot, and that's a whole nother discussion, where the flu shot has barely any efficacy rates. Their efficacy rates are like 20%, 30% maybe. Anytime I got the flu shot 2 years in a row. When I got the flu shot, I got the sickest in those 2 years. Okay, the flu shot is a joke. So for these people to push this thing, I'm not saying people don't die from the flu, but she just died from the flu out of nowhere when she was fine a couple days ago. Out of nowhere, she just died, and people were eating it up. And I'm like, yo, if you seen the last video, I said BS, and a lot of people believe me on that too. A lot of people felt the same, but you have some people that are actually buying into it. It's very easy to dismiss when you ask questions as conspiracy. I had people do that to me. When I post stuff, I don't just I get hundreds of emails, messages, text messages. I don't post it. People tell you you're speculating. Bro, for example, with the flu shot, why do you think they push it in the hospital so much? I used to work in a hospital for over 10 years. Why do you think they force all medical personnel? Is it really for the care of the patient? Or is it that they get a discount on the insurance, the hospital? They get a major discount. There's a money discount for them for pushing this flu vaccine that maybe sometimes has a 10%, 20%, 30% efficacy rate. Think about it. Most people would dismiss that as a conspiracy.
He says he continued to communicate with Vince. He said she died of the flu in her sleep. I told him nobody's going to believe that. There are pictures of her walking behind you. She wasn't sick. He goes on to say, I asked him, why did you hide the body? And he said he panicked because of the time she had fractured her skull before.
I mean, you have to look at the motive behind a lot of these people, right? It's hard to understand. It's hard to distinguish. But do you really think, for the people that think it's impossible, that this inmate spoke to Darian, which I've told you days before, now that they're releasing it, that he was just in a jail cell? Most people, some of the people that have been in prison before, they commented and they said, no, it's true. He could be in a regular jail cell and under a 23-hour lockdown. I've been saying this for so long, and people just ignore it, and people are just satisfied with the simple answer. And if you bring in questions where they're dismissive, the people that are so dismissive, can you really trust your government? Look at CPS. Are you just going to keep leaving things to CPS, or are we going to start making a difference? And I've actually been reaching out to some CPS people. I want to get an interview with them because I want to know how we can make a difference. What can we do to change this thing?
Chalfant said he met a second time with investigators, was asked to wear a wire when he spoke to Vince again, but he said police didn't follow through on that. Now he says he has new information, which he says he sent to HPD 2 days ago. Quote, he told me how she died. He said she was sitting on his lap and he tossed her off and she hit her head.
I am always going to be biased towards the children. I've got caught up in feeling bad sometimes. The first video I did about Brittany, I felt bad at first, and I've gotten caught up feeling bad for Craig. But ultimately, the person that's not alive today is Maleah. What have these people done for her in her life, right? Nothing. I've seen men that lose their children, not hiding behind Instagram posts and posting up some pictures from years ago. You look at my Instagram, I have pictures from before my daughter was even born, in the womb, in the belly, talking, and I even have thousands literally saved on a memory card of my daughter. Okay. Wait.
What?
What is it? Oh, wait, is that telling us? I don't even know. Wait, is that what it's? I think it says it there, babe, right? I don't know, but it's not checked. I guess that's it. Oh, that's
Oh,
what
that's
it.
it. Oh my god.
Babe,
Oh my god.
what is that? Fetal faction? What's that?
Babe, I think we're in shock.
I know.
We're having
We're having a girl.
a girl.
Oh my god, you're so crazy and overprotective. You're not gonna go
Oh my
anywhere. You're not
God.
allowed anywhere. So this whole thing where now she's passed away, so now you're posting these pictures. I'm sorry, unless you have some other story to say, I don't buy it. People feeling sorry for the mother or the biological father or Darian. Maleah is dead. She is dead. There's no coming back. That's where my bias lies. And just a little bit of personal information, not to get in too deep, but it's the reason why I'm single today. I didn't go through anything crazy like this. I'm not saying I'm innocent. I caused part of the problems in my relationship previously, but I made a choice for my daughter, for her to be in a better situation, have a better life. Okay. And I've had many other parents, mothers, Angel, a subscriber. She's told me her story. I respect her so much, because the thing is, when these women or men are in a type of relationship that is harmful to their children and they stay because of their own selfish needs and they can't think about their children, that is so cowardly. I respect the people that got up and left, and that's how you should too. You should respect people that took their children out of their situation. You shouldn't respect the people that stayed in that situation, that were so selfish and couldn't think about their children. Respect and honor the people that stood up against everything, against all adversity, and left their situation. My bias is towards children. That's all you're gonna find here. So for the people doing the hashtag justice for Maleah and you're satisfied with the beginning thing, that's great for you. You're simple-minded, weak people that don't have any kind of in-depth thinking. Over here, we're gonna question every aspect, every angle. That's real justice. It's not having tunnel vision and just focusing on one person. No, we need to pull in everybody. Quanell, he's not the hero that he claims to be. Quanell, called a brother in the black community, has taken advantage of the black community. Why are they so easily manipulated? He's not a hero. He's done some things that I say are kind of nice or I can agree with. And there's a lot of other things that he hasn't. He has a bunch of lawsuits and people are hailing him as a hero. I'm sorry, but I don't buy it. Have a great day. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. I can be kind of controversial myself, and everything they're saying now, we've been saying for like 2 weeks. The whole cadaver dogs, the whole news reporter, we have been saying this for 2 weeks, and now they're just biting onto this. Imagine that. That's how society works. Quanell's getting a reward. That's how society works. They reward the unrighteous and the people that are working hard, the people that deserve it, the people that are in there giving information, sacrificing themselves. They suffer. Just like the real fathers that want to be in their children's lives, and the mothers that turn their children away from the father out of spite.
Okay.
How does this start again?
It's gonna be this way.
Love's like the away. Like we're stuck in second gear.
I'll be there for you. She's not moving.
I know, because she's on camera now. She's not moving.
Couples are not dating. These are legally binding marriages. The only way out is divorce.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Hi.
Hi.
Quick news.
Cookie.
Quick news.
Cookie.
Tell them to subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
How many subscribers do we need?
Subscribe.
I say 15,000.
Subscribe.
15,000 subscribers.
This is subscribe.
15,000. That's what baby says, my baby girl. Have a good night. Love you guys. Baby girl.